Welcome everyone to the Be Awesome Network. I have Ashley with me. Ashley, how are you today?
I'm doing good, Lori. How about you?
I'm doing really good. Thanks for asking. We were just chatting about some new things that are going on in your life and some lessons that you've learned. And how about you introduce yourself and then tell everyone where in the world you're coming from and then what you've been up to lately?
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. My name is Ashley Philippe-Auguste, and I'm the funding partner of Seven Figures Funding, and I actually help people to, gain some 0% financial interest so that they can help start up their business. And one fun fact about me is that I'm an active working college student, and just recently I just graduated with an associate's degree and currently working on my bachelor's. And yeah, that's basically there is to it.
I said, you have a lot going on, don't you?
Yeah,
That's a
absolutely.
lot. That's a lot to manage. How do you manage it all?
Um, I'll admit it's not really the easiest process, but just to keep a good head focus on maintaining what the primary focus is, and just to kind of work on that and go one step at a time. So that way you'll be able to get more stuff done within the neck of time.
So you have 2 more years of college left, is that right?
2 more years of college, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what's that like being a college student and having a career?
It is a lot for me because, well, technically, I like to call myself an overachiever. And what overachievers normally do is that they just happen to find a lot of great, opportunities and challenges for themselves. And so that way they can be able to succeed more for, them, not only for themselves, but for everyone that's rooting for them. And so basically, in my case, I happen to be an overachiever who's, you know, looking to find something that's more grand and more meaningful for herself. And like many of you, I wanted to, you know, before I wanted to be able to, impress a lot of people just by how great I was doing. But I came to realize that I really wasn't doing it for everyone else, but mainly it was solely for me and my personal development.
Well, that's very mature of you to recognize that as a college student to want to grow and achieve and develop as a person. So what do you do to focus on personal development, Ashley?
Usually for me, I like to read a lot of great books. And just recently, I happened to pick up on two other books. One that was called Boundaries, and also one great one called The Secret. And I happen to love it so far. It teaches me a lot about, focusing your thoughts on what you really want instead of what you don't want. And that right there is describes me a lot because I happen to be an amazing thinker as well. So reason being is that I happen to come up with a lot of great scenarios, but not only come up with them, but also see the scenarios in any situation that I'm in. And regardless of that, I've happened to, pinpoint what those scenarios are going to look like and how they're going to play out and align with me and how it's going to, impact the plan that I have for mainly myself, but for other people that I'm working with.
Can you give us a little example of what that might look like?
Absolutely. Say for example, if I'm working with a client who wants to qualify for, say for example, $150,000, I should say, sorry about that. If they wanted to qualify for 150,000 and I have to figure out a way on how I can reassure them that we are the best fit to help them in qualifying for that. I would just have to focus more on what the client wants, how they're actually asking for it, and what are some of the key scenarios and what are some of the key choices that we have for them, so that way they can select for themselves on what it is that they're looking for. And if it's the right fit for them, they're more than welcome to work with us. And that's basically all there is to it.
Right. So would you say that you like to, I don't know, serve other people, Ashley, and kind of, help people along? Would that be like a core value of yours?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, even when I was growing up, I always had like this strange, subtle instinct just to help somebody out. And even if they seem like they're okay, I have I have something that says that, you know what? This person may say they're okay, but I can tell by, I can tell by the overall picture that they could be doing a lot better than how they're doing right now. And I want to help them get to that point. And so I go out of my own way just to help out the other person with whatever it is that they need or whatever it is that they want help with. And that's how I'm able to make their lives better for themselves and even for those around them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's important. It's also important when you say to kind of take care of yourself. What do you do for self-care?
Yeah, absolutely. Usually for self-care, I sometimes like to do, you know, I sometimes like to do a little bit of self-affirmation and sometimes a little bit of morning prayer for myself. Like, for example, if I'm gonna declare for myself that I'm gonna have the best day ever, then I have to actually believe it in my heart that it is gonna be so. And it is. The day could go either way based on how you think of it
Yeah.
or how you perceive it to be ahead of time. And when you think about that, it actually sets your perspective in your mind on a lot of possible scenarios on how it could be it good or bad. And if you say you're going to have a good day, then yes, you're going to see a lot of great scenarios that are going to play out in your life or that are going to play out throughout the day. And chances are, well, not chances, but, and studies show that the more you think about it and the more you rehearse it thoroughly in your mind and you focus all your attention on it, then yes, it is going to come true. And it's the same thing with if you're going to have a bad day, if you're just constantly worrying and, anxious and focusing more on how the day's going to go wrong, eventually it will. That's just the basic logic of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Ashley, what is it like to be you in a day? What do you enjoy doing?
I usually enjoy interacting with my family and whatnot. Yeah, even to today, I still like to take care of my younger sister, whom she has autism, and yeah, she really does enjoy a lot of great company that I have, and I enjoy a lot of her company too. And she's pretty special in a way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm
And
sure you guys have created a lot of memories together.
oh, we have definitely. Yeah. And there's been a lot of great memories that I've had with both my parents. They're both smart and wise and caring, loving, funny. They always teach you the right ways on how to do things. And there's a lot you can learn from them. And parents, they're actually the best, most prioritative thing to focus on, even when it comes to starting up your own life and whatnot. And it's amazing how they can help you out with a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Before, I even used to take that for granted a lot, but the truth is, I really should have been using them as a main source. So that way, once I do happen to come across a few other things that may come my way, I can always rely more I can always rely or bounce back to the times when they have helped me out through a lot of other stuff. And so that way it'll stir within me a lot of more confidence and a lot more resilience and more sober mindedness. So that way I'll be able to know exactly what to do for to help myself. And so that way I can be able to, because once I help myself, I'll be able to help someone else as well.
Yeah, true. So, what are your dreams and goals for your future?
The dreams and goals for my future I have, there happen to be, well, for starters, I've always wanted to participate in college basketball. And I also wanted to, start out for, I also wanted to start out for this semester. Well, not this current semester, but the next coming semester. Once I go into a new, once I go into a new college that has these opportunities as well. And I know they are going to have these opportunities, but you know what? Not only is it about amounting to those opportunities, but it's also a matter of, you know what? I got this. I've got this. I know I'm more than qualified to do this. The only thing I have to do is show that I'm qualified. That's the only power that I have in me.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other stuff too, but I can only say so much for, myself in a way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're learning a lot, growing a lot, that you have big goals and dreams, that you love to help people, that you want to better yourself. And I think you're on your way, Ashley.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Was there anything else you want to share with us at the Be Awesome Network?
Absolutely. To anyone who's watching, I want you to know that if you're ever looking for more ways on impressing other people, always learn to impress God first, the Almighty, first and foremost. But also, you gotta learn to impress yourself because you mainly know what you really are capable of. And the more you show up from the inside out and not just the outside in, there's gonna be a lot more things you're gonna go for in life. Like you're instead of just the sky's the limit, you're just gonna be shooting for the stars and beyond. And
Yeah.
that's what I definitely promise you from there on.
Thank you so much, Ashley. That's such good words. Thank you so much for your encouragement and thank you for your time today. And how can people reach you if they want to reach out? How can they reach you?
They're more than welcome to reach out to me because my Facebook is Bright Star Finesse. So if you go on to Bright Star Finesse, there's going to be some information about my own personal business that's partnered with Seven Figures Funding called Affluential Maven. And I'm going to direct you guys on to through Seven Figures Funding. So that way you'll be able to get the funding that you need for your business if you're willing to start a business for yourself. And that way I'll be able to make sure that you have everything situated and everything else that's necessary so that you can be able to make your own dreams come true. And that's what I want for you too.
Oh, I love that so much. Well, thank you for that. Ashley, we're going to put that information in the comments after we end the live. And for those of you who are watching right now, or those of you who are watching the replay, I just want to remind you that you are awesome, that we can be awesome together. And Ashley, thank you so much for today. And we're going to end it here.
Thank you so much for having me, Lori. I really appreciate it.
Well, you were great. Appreciate you. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Thank you.